Let's get started! In my previous 2 videos, I've talked about the techniques that you can use to achieve success. But university is an academically challenging experience. It is very likely that there will be exams or assignments that you do poorly on. When faced with failure, there are 2 main ways that you can respond. You could convince yourself that you're a failure and you don't have what it takes to pass the course. Or you could embrace your failure as a learning opportunity. You can use your mistakes to improve your abilities and strive to do better the next time. These 2 types of responses correspond to something called a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And which of these 2 mindsets you possess have been found to be directly related to academic performance. In this video, I will define growth and fixed mindset and discuss strategies for achieving a growth mindset. Growth and fixed mindset are terms coined by Stanford psychology professor Carol Dweck to describe 2 philosophies with respect to intelligence and learning. Someone with a fixed mindset believes that basic characteristics like intelligence and skill are fixed at a certain level and cannot be changed. They see academic, mental, and physical challenges as perilous obstacles that should be avoided at all costs, since they feel like any little failure will reveal the limitations of their abilities. Those with a growth mindset, however, believe that intelligence and skill can be improved with practice. They approach challenges with hard work and a positive attitude, and see failure as a learning experience that can help them do better next time. Adopting a growth mindset not only helps students to enhance their learning, it also makes them happier and less anxious while they do it. If they're not constantly worried about how well they did compared to their classmates, they can focus more on their own progression and self-improvement. Studies have shown that students possessing a growth mindset are more confident, more motivated to learn, and more likely to persevere when faced with inevitable setbacks. As a result, they perform significantly better in both academics and non-academic tasks than their fixed mindset classmates. How do you recognize if you have a fixed or a growth mindset? First, it is important to understand that you are not one or the other, but on some scale in between. Also, where you are on the scale might be very different for different topics. So you might have more of a fixed mindset for math, but you might have more of a growth mindset for singing. For example, you might believe that you could never be good at math, but you might recognize that if you took singing lessons, you will get better. Let's look at some characteristics of a fixed mindset and of a growth mindset. Someone who has a fixed mindset views effort negatively. They believe that having to put effort into a task implies that they are not skilled at the task. Gives up easily. They fear failure, and quitting is their way of avoiding failure. Subconsciously, they think that if they haven't tried, then they didn't really fail. Avoids challenges, as any failure is interpreted as a personal insult. Takes constructive criticism personally. They blame their own poor performance on others rather than accepting responsibility and trying to improve. On the other hand, someone with a growth mindset views effort positively. They feel rewarded by effort as they can observe their improvement, no matter how small. Embraces failure. They also see failure as an opportunity to learn something. Seeks out challenges as these are opportunities to learn and improve. Listens to constructive criticism and takes responsibility for their mistakes. They recognize that the feedback isn't assessing them, it is there to help them grow. The important question is, how do you work towards having more of a growth mindset? Here are several tips. Avoid saying and thinking things that reinforce a fixed mindset. Things like, "This problem is too hard for me." "I'm naturally gifted at computer programming." "I am not good at singing." Instead, try to say or think things to reinforce a growth mindset.
This problem is really hard. I'm going to feel so good when I finally figure it out.
It is all the hours of practice and effort I have put into computer programming that has helped me become a good programmer.
I'm not good at singing, yet, but with practice, I'll get better.
A good rule is whenever you hear yourself saying that you are not good at something, add the word "yet" to the end. Recognize that modern neuroscience shows that the brain grows like any other muscle in the body. That is, with proper nutrition and training, your brain can become faster and stronger. Try to avoid comparing yourself to others. Focus entirely on your personal growth. Be conscious of how much effort you put into things and reward yourself whenever you put in a lot of effort. Embrace failure. Remember that the road to success is not a smooth path. It is full of obstacles and challenges. As long as we try to learn from each setback, we will end up eventually moving in the right direction. To summarize, someone with a growth mindset focuses on improving themselves and their abilities. They realize that helping others and getting help from others benefits everyone. Do your best to work towards having more of a growth mindset. And finally, when you encounter failure, do not let it discourage you. Instead, use it as an opportunity to improve. Thanks for watching!